In the world of anime, there are countless stories of characters being transported to other worlds, each with its own unique twist. We encounter heroes who have been reincarnated, magically summoned, or given a second chance at life, finding themselves in fantasy realms filled with magic, adventure, and unexpected turns. In this collection, you'll discover some of the most intriguing and popular anime where ordinary people become mages, warriors, or even slimes, and begin their journey from scratch. From mighty shield heroes to the world's finest assassins, these are tales of rebirth, challenges, and incredible adventures. Fantasy anime heroes have been reincarnated in all sorts of ways. Some have met goddesses, while others have even turned into little girls. But it turns out you can be sent to another world in a more original form. The title of the series speaks for itself. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime tells the story of an ordinary middle-aged man, Satoru Mikami, a corporate employee who dies while protecting a colleague from a knife-wielding robber. After his death, Satoru ends up in a fantasy world where he is reincarnated as a medium-sized blob of slime named Rimuru, endowed with considerable intelligence. From now on, Rimuru will live in a world full of different races, hoping to one day create a country where all races are treated equally. Once again, a magical world and its inhabitants turn out to be far less friendly than a Japanese boy, Iwatani Naofumi, had expected. The transfer happened according to all the rules. The hero was summoned, figured out the basics of the world, and even received his own shield. But the seemingly friendly inhabitants of the fantasy kingdom turned out to be just as treacherous as the people in the real world. Due to his shield, Iwatani couldn't fight properly. His comrades abandoned him, and the one he trusted robbed him and tarnished his name. Now the young man is an outcast in this foreign kingdom, and he has little desire to be a hero. Will his heart turn to darkness, or will Iwatani manage to restore his faith in people? A recently irresponsible otaku turned 34. At such a mature age, this office worker had achieved nothing and lived off his parents. The idle man's life took a downward turn when his parents unexpectedly died, and an unpleasant event awaited him ahead. The irresponsible clerk was fired from his job. On his way home, the unfortunate man became the victim of a truck. It seemed like the story would end there, but higher powers granted the man a second chance in a parallel world. The avid otaku found himself in the body of a young magician, not only with a family, but also with loyal friends. In the world where Rudius Greyrat lives, there are not only nightly tournaments, but also magical creatures. The man decided not to waste his chance to start life from scratch, so he set off with his friends to a school of magic. Soon, the talented young man grew stronger, and a demoness named Roxy took notice of him, deciding to take the boy as her apprentice. Rudius was thrilled to meet such a powerful teacher, as ahead of him lay admission to an elite magic academy. The man from another dimension has chosen a difficult path. Awaiting Greyrat are duels and dangerous adventures, which you can discover by watching the anime Mushoku Tensei Isekai Itara Honki Dasu. During his travels, Rudius will not only meet new friends, but also encounter powerful enemies. Criminal organizations have completely lost their fear, gaining enough power to control government officials. These villains began kidnapping girls from villages and selling them to officials at special auctions. At one such event, girls from a secret agency managed to rescue the hostages. However, the main work was done by the world's finest assassin, who effortlessly took out 6 targets with a sniper rifle. After completing the mission, the man, along with his apprentice, retreated to a secluded spot to rest. The next morning, the assassin received a message from the head of the association. The leadership ordered him to go to a secret location to train new recruits. For years, the professional killer had worked for the organization that raised him. Without hesitation, he set out to complete the mission, boarding a plane with his apprentice to the designated place. But the assassin hadn't accounted for one thing: the association's desire to blow up the plane with him inside. The secret organization decided to kill their best assassin, fearing the important information he possessed. After the explosion, the man didn't die. Instead, he found himself before a goddess who summoned the soul of the professional killer. The goddess offered the assassin a deal: to be reincarnated in another world and complete an important mission, The mind-blowing adventures of this top-class assassin in a fantasy world can be seen in the anime Sekai Saiko no Ansatsusha, Isekai Kizoku ni Tensei Suru. The man had little choice, so he agreed not only to reincarnate, but also to continue his path as a professional hitman. An ordinary high school student, Natsuki Subaru, spends a lot of time playing online games and considers his life very boring. One night, he went to the store to run an errand, and something inexplicable happened to him. After leaving the store, the young man suddenly found himself in another dimension. Natsuki immediately realized that some unknown force had transported him to a parallel world, and this didn't frighten him at all. In the first hour of being in this unfamiliar place, Subaru managed to get into trouble. In a dark alley, he was attacked by thieves who not only wanted to rob him, but also kill him. At first, Subaru thought he had superpowers or unique abilities, but he was wrong. The unfortunate boy was saved by a silver-haired warrior girl who possessed magical abilities. After they introduced themselves, the two set off to track down the thief. But during the investigation, they fell into a sinister trap. A crazed thief attacked them, and both Subaru and the girl were killed. However, the next moment, Subaru found himself back at the same place where the day had started, as if time had reversed. An unknown force had revived him and returned him to the starting point. This turn of events scared Subaru to no end. Dangerous adventures, bloody battles, and mysterious occurrences await the protagonist of the anime Zero Kara Hajimeru Isekai Seikatsu. Subaru will have to figure out the mystery behind his resurrection and try to save the silver-haired girl. That's all from me. Leave a comment about which of these anime you've watched and which ones should be added to this list. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.